In this video, I'm going to teach you 6 insanely visual magic tricks. Welcome back to another rapid tutorial video, and today I'm going to teach you 6 tricks that all use matches. But just before I teach the tricks that you've just seen, in my last video I announced the Dark Dystopian deck, my second ever deck of cards that will be launching on Kickstarter on September the 1st. So you can click the link in the description, head over to the Kickstarter page and click notify me on launch. No commitment to pledge, no fuss, no hassle. All it does is it really helps the project out and gives it that boost to start with. So be notified when the project goes live. And the reason I mention it is because today, to teach you these tricks with matches, I'm going to be using this, which is one of the contraband items that will be launched on September the 1st alongside the deck. This pocket-size retro EDC item is a must-have for magic or collecting or, you know, lighting up candles on a romantic date. I don't know what you want to use these for, but these are something that I'm so proud of. For now, grab yourself any matches and yeah, let's learn the first trick. Trick number 1, the spectator can see and feel that the matchbox is completely empty, and yet somehow matches appear inside. The secret to trick number 1 is you're going to need 2 matchboxes. One is going to be full and one is empty. You take the tray from the empty one and you're going to do a bit of prep to create a gimmick. Take some scissors and cut off the back section of the tray. Now take the half tray and slot it on the outside of a full tray that has matches in it. So you end up with something like this. Inside the sleeve you have 2 trays. One is empty and one is full. You're going to push the full one inside, and this creates the illusion that you have an empty matchbox. So you show it to be empty, you push it together so that it goes inside the sleeve, and then you push from the back. And because this is the full tray, it will now appear as though matches have appeared inside the box. Trick number 2 is an absolute classic. I love this one so much. This was actually in my first ever magic book way back in the day when I was a kid. So a bit of nostalgia for me to revisit this, but it's still such a powerful trick. So you can see the matches, obviously. You can hear the matches as you normally can. What I'm gonna do is remove the sleeve, but we'll just use the tray and the matches. And what's gonna happen is gravity is going to be suspended. You'll see what I mean. You can still hear them, they're still there. But watch. You see, they do not fall. They refuse to fall out of the matchbox until I want them to. The secret to the levitating matches is something that is really difficult to spot unless you know what you're looking for. I think this is really ingenious. So there is one match in here that is going to cause the rest of them to levitate. And I can actually find it. It is this one. This match is actually the width of the matchbox. So if I place it in the matchbox like so, those matches aren't going to fall. But with the sleeve covering the secret match, you can still show them, you can make the noise of the matchbox, all of these convince us. And then when you take the sleeve off, you just rotate it away so they can't see the matches, of course. You keep that grip as you turn upside down, and you can still shake the matchbox and give that noise of matches. It's fantastic. And then at the right moment, all you're going to do is just release your grip and the matches fall at your command. You can even have the spectator snap their fingers and do it at that exact moment. This next one is a really fun test. Which matchbox has matches in? I'll give you a clue. Okay, yeah, it's pretty obvious, but if you were trying to catch me out and you said this one obviously doesn't have matches in, but the thing is, neither does this one, because if I open this up, you'll see that, yeah, this is completely empty as well. Wait, what? For this one, you might be thinking there's something up with these matchboxes, but I assure you, if you were here in person, I could hand them both to you, you could shake them, you could examine them, they are completely empty. However, I am somehow creating this sound, and the answer is the watch, because I actually have a matchbox underneath my watch strap that is full of matches. Believe me, this will seem risky, but it just works, and no one will ever suspect that the watch will be involved in this. They'll be looking at these matchboxes thinking, have I hallucinated this sound? It is just a crazy moment, so have fun with this little principle, and yeah, be careful not to put this on your dominant hand, because you don't want to be shaking hands with spectators and the sound of matches happening. That's pretty hard to explain, so yeah. In trick number 4, you take a match, you light it like so, you blow it out, and what you have now is a burnt match. I call this trick the reusable match because you take a burnt match like so, you restore it back to its original state like so with its lovely red tip, and you can even burn it again at this point. To prepare this trick, you're going to take a normal match and a Sharpie, and you're going to create the illusion that this match is burnt, but only on one side. So what I'm going to do is take the Sharpie and just draw a few lines. One side of the match that is burnt, and then if I flip it round, the other side of the match looks completely normal. And this is the illusion. You're going to show the burnt side like so, and use a move called the paddle move, which is such a brilliant move in Magic, so many uses, and all it is turning the match around. And if you do that quick, with a little bit of motion blur, as you just turn the match from black to red, you create the illusion that the burnt match is restored. As an extra little subtlety, you can take our gimmicked match, hide it underneath a matchbox, take out a normal match, show it to be normal, and then burn it, and as you switch hands with the box, you then come out with this, and showing the black side to the audience, like so. Trick number 5, watch the spot of ink. See, it actually moves up and down the matchstick. Once again, this trick uses the paddle move. So all I'm doing here is I'm just turning over the match, but with a bit of motion and a bit of practice of that rhythm, you can make it look like a spot of ink is moving. Of course, in reality, all I've done is I've just drawn one spot of ink up here and one down there, and I'm simply rotating the match between my fingers, but it's a super close-up, tiny little motion, and it just looks really impossible because your eye connects that movement of the spot of ink. So yeah, there we go. That is the moving spot of ink. The final trick I want to teach you in this video involves 2 matches, and this is something I've been performing for a very, very long time. It's called the linking matches. This is me performing it about 5 years ago. Very embarrassing, don't know why I showed you that, but all you're gonna do is hold the matches between finger and thumb like so, and with just a bit of pressure from one match to another, you can actually cause them to go right through each other. What you can do is you can actually show them unlink just like that, which is a bit weird, and I'll show you from my angle exactly what's happening here. So you see, I'm just holding them like so, and yet somehow they go right through each other. It's a bit complicated. I can even go through skin and bone with my thumb like that. So there we go. That is the linking matches. This trick is actually really, really simple, and there are 2 ways of doing it. The first way is by using the principle of the match itself, which is that the top red bit will stick to your index finger. Now, I don't prefer this because it's not 100%, especially with these sort of matches. So what you can do the other way is by using your middle finger that just comes down like so. It gives you still a very, very spread, very, very fair look to the trick, but what these middle fingers are going to do is pinch the top of the match with your index finger. So if you're holding the matches like so, it's going to be on the sort of inner edge of your index finger so that your middle finger can come down and pinch that point of the match as well. And this allows you to lift the match and therefore link it. So in slow motion, this is literally what I'm doing. I'm lifting and then I'm connecting again. I'm lifting and I'm connecting again. And you can do this in multiple ways. You can even do it really, really front on and really, really fairly like so. All I'm doing is I'm lifting and reconnecting with my thumb. And that's it, that's the whole trick. So there we have 6 super visual tricks taught using matchboxes. And if you want to get these exact matches, then they drop on September the 1st alongside the Dark Dystopian deck. So make sure to head over to the first link in the description and click notify me on launch. It really, really helps the project get going. And if you're watching this after September the 1st, then do make sure to back the project, and hopefully together we can make this deck happen. I'm nervous for it, I'm excited, it's a mix of emotions, but yeah, September the 1st, don't miss out. These will only be available on Kickstarter. All right, I think that's everything, so I'll see you in the next video.